Hey, let me know if sound's okay. You're not getting any game audio though, huh? Let me see if this kicks in game audio, please. Yes, no, game audio. You can hear me nice, which is awesome. What's up? But you cannot hear the Tyr music, correct? Don't hear game audio. Okay, just a sec. Let me add it. Hmm. No, I haven't unlocked 4. No, I haven't. I think Vagar is joining me here in a minute. I'm going to be dealing with. Oh, what up, Vagar? They can't hear you. Frustratingly, my desktop audio is not popping in. Hey, Vagar. Sorry, they can't hear you. My desktop audio is not popping in. Apparently, my voice is also pretty quiet, which is weird. Coming in hot with tin can. Hey, folks watching the stream, just wait for a second. It's gonna switch over to some stuff. All right, is that better? No. Ooh, Vagar, can you say something?
Yeah, testing. Tin can coming in.
Yeah, we should be roughly the same now. It should be working. Let me know if you guys hear it correctly. Come on, Chad. I'm counting on you. No. Yes. Not at all. It works. I'm getting conflicting evidence here, Vagar. I'm getting a mix of it works and it doesn't work, but I assume it's good. Okay, yeah, people are saying hello. Cool.
Okay,
Do you just want to jump right into customs? I figure we'll fire up the lobby.
Oh yeah.
Because we want to do dunes.
Do some
right?
dunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get it going here. I will create. So, players watching, you'll get first shot once I create this custom game. But Vagar, wait a minute now. I gotta make sure you get in. All right.
You gotta share the code with me first.
Yeah, I do. So let me let me figure something out here.
Turn it dark. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on, players. Just a second.
I see it.
All right. Code's on the screen. I'm going to throw it in chat too. While you folks are loading in, feel free to ask any questions you have. I can try to turn up my mic too. Let me know if this is any better at all. Surely this is better. Surely.
Oh, we got Kenny. Kenny the Valor Killer. I saw so many screenshots of crazy Valor assist, but also Kenny with like crazy damage, just farming it up.
All right, we got a full stack. People can obviously hop into the spectate slots as we roll. I'm just gonna get going. Let's play some games.
Let's do it.
All right. Ready up. I guess we're all doing Ranger. Will there be city maps for heavy Icarus or heavy tanks? I read that as Icarus.
For heavy Icarus,
Heavy
for
Icarus.
sure. Sky maps.
Ooh. No, I think generically we want to do all kinds of maps. I think that, yeah, probably a safe bet for a city map of some kind. It is weird, Vagar, seeing all the clan tags. It's cool.
Yeah, they're starting to crop up.
Alloyd,
Range
ready
Danger,
up.
Spectral,
Sandman, ready
Anatomy,
up.
Unity.
There we go. Ranger mob. Will there be more tanks based on real concepts? T95.
Maybe. It's very possible. When you say real concepts, a lot of times we like to draw inspiration from real tanks. Ideally, like something really iconic, whether it's through what it did or some kind of like visual calling card. Some of them, like the mouse, like people look at Atlas and they're like, okay, this is a mouse, but a sci-fi mouse. That's one of the closer ones. I think Fortis also, you know, the Russian tank design pike nose. Those are probably about as close as we'll get. But there's other ones. Like, you probably have never looked at Arbalest and thought to yourself, oh, this is like a Desert Eagle or a Colt 1911. But that was one of the inspirations for it.
Oh, this is
Oh man, it's a real mess. over there.
disastrous.
This is a real mess all around.
I am just...
Shoot this enemy.
yes, shoot this enemy. That helped. When can we see the new tank come in? I think generically the plan is to introduce tanks through the alpha program. So it'll start there. And then they'll be new to the permanent roster when they graduate, like Fortis. As for when, it's an interesting question. I don't know. I'm not even sure if the Vagar can 100% know like when. I will say that we try out new tanks internally all the time that never see the light of day, or a long ways away from seeing the light of day. So it's hard to say.
Wrapping it out with a few here. I can add some flavor once I get through this.
Okay. It's all Rangers and Vagar. Well, all tanks have different horn sounds. Very important. Yeah, they did, actually. This question comes up a lot on the Discord. I think that's really funny. So for a while, all tanks did have a different horn sound. Like, I think Icarus was like Flight of the Valkyries, and then the Atlas was like a truck backing up. Right now, we kind of defaulted back to the original. I think you can expect some varying horn sounds to come back into the game in some way.
Yeah, but also to clarify, the tanks didn't necessarily have different horns. We were experimenting with horns as a cosmetic in order to test it, because we don't have, like, we didn't build a system by which you could equip a different horn. We just assigned them to the tanks, which, you know, could then over time feel like, okay, well, these are innate horns associated with each tank, and then it feels bad when we take them away, which is not the intention. It's kind of a byproduct of the way we test it. Similar to if you felt bad that Fortis is no longer fully available because it's out of the alpha program, you know, there's clearly some expectation that you had the tank, which we could probably message better about, where the alpha program is more like early access, like you're able to test it out early and then it gets put on the roster. But eventually, yeah, we'll have horns, different cosmetics horns that you can equip on any tank.
Couple questions coming in.
Oh wait, the alpha program thing. Yeah, to add on, we have vague timelines, but it's like the nature of trying crazy stuff is sometimes it doesn't work. And so we might have something that we're like excited about, and the question is, okay, is it like at a level where we're confident enough to put in the development time and resources to put, you know, a good enough model and artwork together, to put it in players' hands. You know, sometimes we might feel like actually we need to let this one cook a little bit longer, and that's when that gets delayed. But yeah, we should be adding alpha tanks slowly over time. We might even add an alpha tank, test it, and then decide, hey, actually this needs more time, and then take it out of the program for a bit to retool it. But we have a few things internally that are kind of wacky that might get to the point where they join the alpha program.
There's some cool stuff that I'm excited for players to see that we're cooking.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of questions
coming
coming in.
Dizzy Dwarf.
Yeah. Did you see the kill? That like just the other tank landed on top of him and died.
Did
He
it?
got the last stand boost from it.
This is kind of great because we have the health advantage, but obviously 1 versus 2 is still tall odds, very tall odds, and also needing to deal with the cap pressure.
Good use of ramps though. Oh, just one little touch.
Great use of ramps. Here we go. Oh my god, are they? They're just perfect.
It's
Okay.
good, yeah. Oh no.
Nice, nice.
This is winnable.
Yeah, great style points.
Oh man.
I mean, he's already so ahead on style points.
Oh, now we're
That's,
talking.
yeah, they're making it real. They're making it real tough for him. Oh. Oh, all right. Nice try. Nice
It's a
try.
good game. Other questions rolling in. Will you ever? I see this question actually come up, or questions like it, honestly. Will you ever release average stats for the tanks like KD, win rate, etc.?
Average stats, just for people's information, so they
Yeah, I mean, I
like
think.
know if they're above average, below average.
Well, that's interesting. I mean, you can clarify that question too if you can in chat. But the one that I've seen is people just wanting to understand like more stats concerning the meta, not even connected necessarily to players, but to the tanks, maps, stuff like that.
I think there's always going to be a lot of hunger
Let's
for
get on the hunt.
more data, and with that kind of thing, there's always a question of like, what is the cost of measurement, and does it exceed the cost of having the data? For us in particular with development time, because that, you know, comes at the expense of building something that we uniquely can provide versus, let's say, a community portal where people voluntarily upload their replays and then they mine those for data and then serve it, you know, however that people want that data. Or even content creators doing guides for tanks and highlighting, you know, good places to go on maps. And so that's kind of high level, I guess. We're talking about just general stats for tanks aggregate. Hard to say. Like, I think average stats, I'm not sure what a great use for that would be, other than someone feeling, unfortunately, below average if they are not at average. Maybe it would encourage them, like inspire them to try some different strategies. But for people that are really pushing, like, the equivalent of a 3 mark, they really care about the top 99%, right? But there's also like a dark side of that for everyone. Like if we're highlighting the top 99%, most people, almost everyone's below it, and that can just feel bad to confront. Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Things are happening.
They see me.
Ooh, where'd that come from? Holy. Any plans to fill more logical gaps in the roster, like a heavy hover tank?
Hover, it's a popular idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be cool.
There was so much discussion about the word glom as it relates to glom missile in the Discord chat yesterday. I don't know if you saw that.
I saw a little bit of it. But people are liking the words, they're amused by the word.
I think the generic tone was word is good, but hilarious. How straight it is, like, out of the map boundaries, dude. What you doing over here?
I need assistance.
Did you see the Valor Heal negotiations?
I need assistance.
Field negotiations.
I don't know. We currently have 3 types of tanks. Any plans to add more types of tanks? I'm locking up on that. Hover, shredded. Is there a
I think they mean light, medium, heavy.
Oh, surely.
Yeah. Yeah, here, let me either clutch this or die.
Yeah, then you can
And
tell.
then
Got it.
answer?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of those scenarios is more and more likely here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm leaning towards
Yeah,
clutch. You
yeah,
can
yeah.
do it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, light, medium, heavy. Oh no.
Yeah. Nice.
Meanwhile,
Light, medium, heavy. So those are very general classifications that set a loose expectation.
there may not be
Nice
a
try. It
definite
is outside the map.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they set a very loose expectation. I understand the curiosity, maybe even the desire for like more specific things, like Tank Destroyer is a thing in other tank games. And we currently bundle that into medium or specifically
My
support.
reputation
Like, is there a
precedes me, I'm
support
sure.
class or assault heavy or damage light versus scouting light versus, it goes on and on. And so there's like an infinite number of ways you can subdivide this. And then the question after you subdivide is, okay, what's the meaning of these classes? Because there's a desire for it to have meaning. And it's a big rabbit hole. And ultimately, there isn't really a meaning. some games can get into a pickle when they create these, and then people feel like, oh, every team has to have this particular type of class, and so matchmaking must provide this thing. And we're just keeping it looser. You know, I'm happy with the general guidance of a light tank is generally something pretty fragile but nimble. Heavies are generally slow, big, and bulky, probably armored, and mediums are somewhere in between.
Yeah, I think once we start going beyond those three qualifiers, you start to get like this weird prescriptive meta. Like we're telling you what to do with the tank.
Yeah, I mean, we already see some suggestions like that. You know, like there was one where it's like, hey, maybe there needs to be a requirement of at least 2 of every class in order for like a team comp to be valid.
You just point me at them.
A couple questions coming in. Will there be any fix to the collision models on certain maps? For example, Wind Valley. This is a challenging. It's a more challenging problem than I think players probably realize.
Right. I mean, starting point is, I think it's totally justified to be annoyed with it. We also feel frustrated when we hit air, and we're working on it. So the answer is yes, they will be fixed. The question is just the timeline, because the simple thing to do would just be make more detailed collision. The problem with that is that the performance of the game would immediately suffer, and we care a lot about performance. And so the challenge is in we're just getting destroyed over here.
We're doing great.
We're doing great. The challenge is in finding better collision with still great performance, and that's what we're in the process of trying to get together right now. Yeah, I don't think they want us in this corner. I'm getting the distinct feeling they don't want us in this corner.
I can't even poke.
Yeah, these vanguards are. I'm glommed up right now.
I keep turning to read chat and getting murdered. So. Thanks. Ooh, there we go. One dude right here. It's a good blind fire.
Lost another ally. Wall projector back online.
If I turn to read chat, I'm gonna die.
On their radar.
Alright, now I can read at least. We currently have only one tank that can fly. Plans for more? Hella tank? That was a question mark, by the way.
Be cool. I like it. Maybe.
Yeah. What kind of skins will we see in the future? I think that the most recent batch is a pretty good indication of where we're headed. But I think it's also fair to say that we're early in the skin making game for Tyr. So things will probably shift as players sort of start to identify what they like and what they don't like. I'm trying a bunch of different stuff though. I'm curious if the chat has like a skin in particular that they really like out of the newest batch. Will there ever be any wheeled tanks?
Yeah, probably at some point. Oh man, yeah, I would love to heal. I just don't know. Okay, we're getting held down by one vanguard somewhere here.
Yeah, those vanguards were rough. What was the team's reaction to the community's reaction to the tank changes made in the latest update? That's an interesting question. I think I mean, I can tell you what happened in my perspective. The patch goes live and I just start to listen and see what the players are saying and thinking, and then I'm sure Vagar was already listening, but I escalated a bunch of threads to him and just said like, hey, here's a thing that's interesting about Valor. You know, I think there's some stuff that we expected. I would assume that we expected some diehard Icarus fans to be like, man, can't do crazy loops. And there's probably still some tuning that has to happen there, but you know, I think that was expected. I don't know that we expected the Insta Valor squad locks that created all the crazy stuff that we saw yesterday afternoon. I don't know, all things considered, I don't know that it was that bad. I did see someone on YouTube say that yesterday will be the Insta Valor, which I thought was pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know. Vagar, you probably have some thoughts here too, but that was just like what I saw. It was just a matter of reading and going, huh, and then kicking it over.
Yeah. What was the process like? I mean, obviously it's a surprise. We never aim to put out something that is just, you know, completely over the top. So it's a surprise, and then it's just a matter of fact finding, because when we make a change like that with Valor, it's difficult to quantify what the impact will be. And I know everyone's gonna say like, hey, this is obviously a buff. Obvious. Fair enough, you know? This can get tricky because we are lowering the primary heal and putting some amount of that into a self heal, and that is just an awkward amount, and focus fire is already strong in this game, and so now this is something that's much weaker to focus fire. And so what is the value of that? And then also, if you're a backline Valor, there's a lot of overhealing that goes nowhere, so there's some dead healing. How do we quantify it? Clearly we were wrong. Where we nerfed it is we reduced it by 25%, and that took it from full 8-person team insta-lock to, okay, this is normal again. So it's also just like a very sensitive ability to that kind of thing of being overpowered. That's another learning. And also when you over nerf something, the stakes are lower. It just doesn't get played anymore, and people pick the other 15 or so tanks. But it's still a bummer for people that main that tank. So the stakes for Valor are also kind of high because, one, it's a very viable tournament tank, right? That's already getting some attention. It's also on the starting roster of tanks, and it's a very identifiable, iconic play style that a lot of support players immediately gravitate towards. So the stakes were high. I think lessons learned is that we should identify that and try to apply a little bit more pressure testing. But then the process was just understanding what's happening, because also we're seeing screenshots of literally our back-to-back-to-back tournament champions running death balls with nothing but this tank, and honestly they could probably do that with any tank on the roster and post similar numbers. And so we're trying to like disentangle that from what the tank itself is actually doing, not just the players with it, but the tank. And so talking to some of those players, looking into the stats, and then just making a plan for like, all right, if it is overperforming, how much is it overperforming by? And what do we reduce in order to get it back to a more sane state without just totally obliterating the tank?
Sorry, it's I'm actually paying attention to this game, Vagar. I apologize.
Yeah, I'm trying to put in work there. Once again, this northeast corner.
Yep. Well, and they brought all Helios too, but he and I are back here doing work.
Yeah, yeah. If you can just plug it up, I'm gonna, don't tell them. It's gonna be so delayed. I'm just gonna go ahead and put some cap points on.
Joey, how did you guys react to the people noticing the change made to Deadeye's model? Yeah, and the sketch that he made. First of all, I really love the anthropomorphic tank sketches that people have been doing. I think they're really fun, and whenever one pops out, I actually get a pretty big kick out of it. The ears thing, I gotta be honest, I was kind of shocked. I didn't even realize that we had dropped the ears, which maybe, I don't know. That's interesting. Hey, they're rolling back.
Yeah, maybe that's another learning. We weren't paying enough attention to the ears.
True. Well, really, we need a tank.
The impact of removing or adding ears.
Alright, so I'm gonna YOLO here, but just solely with the form of like clogging up these helios.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Yep, worth it. Why did you change the model even? Oh, I mean, it's an alpha tank with a very
alpha
temporary
tank, yeah.
model. Yeah, I mean, it's things are happening all the time with those tanks. Will there be a communications wheel like how it is in Watt? I don't know if it'll be. Well, I think the safest and fairest thing is to say that we know the ping system needs work and it is on our radar. I don't know exactly how it will land or what our long-term plan for it is. Maybe Vegas can speak to that more, but right now the current point ping and point thanks, point I need help isn't everything it needs to be, and we are fully aware.
Lucky for you, I've just finished fueling up.
Yeah, Arcade, I got a little Goomba stomp on that ramp that I had at the end.
Boy, oh, what's our team doing?
We're doing whatever we want to do, Vagar.
I mean, I picked my tank without looking, and then I look up, and okay, all right, we're gonna have some aerial fighting here.
I'll be honest, I waited for everyone else to then pick my tank, and I don't have the sweet Icarus skin on this yet. I thought that skin, personally, I mean, I'm sure you saw it coming because you're in those meetings, but I thought that skin was a really cool surprise. Even when Pierre showed that he was working on it, the Game Over skin for Icarus, I did not know that we were doing it. I thought it was really a cool, interesting thing, especially with the little animations. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Lift off commencing.
Rip me.
Winding the gun back up.
Come on. Come on.
Clean hit. Friendly armor destroyed.
Worth it. Sorry, Sandman.
I see someone saying, Joey, can you turn down the tier volume and higher your voice?
Oh, sure.
Target an enemy.
Excellent. So if we can do this for my voice. Okay, is that better across the board? Probably sound exactly the same to you, Vagrant, because we give our mic for Discord.
Yeah.
Not really, we just need cat ears as a decoration for the tanks. That seems like the most reasonable solution to me. That's... Playtastic says that. that isn't my commentary, Vagar, that's someone else.
Steven says, Vagrant, I feel betrayed. Am I a someone for you? I am in your clan. I didn't even realize, I didn't understand what that meant. I was like, oh, okay, I did say someone said Yeah, Steven, sorry.
Ooh. Stream buffering, maybe? Hit a lag spike at home.
More tank customization options. I think that'd be super cool. It's right now we're focusing on just, you know, all-in-one skins. When we're talking just like your tank style and color. On a long enough timeline, I would love to do more involved things where you're, you know, getting some customization options for what colors go where. But I think that's much further future. I think more near term would be, obviously we've got charms, maybe there's decals, horns, maybe customizing your treads.
Yeah, Tranquil, I'm noticing a lag spike for the stream too. Which is weird because my internet is cruising.
Rifty and Kenny, 2v5, but the health is kind of close. A lot of time on the clock, so this will be interesting to see how this plays out. We got the energy zone up in the northeast, ready to grab. Kenny has available space on his energy bar. Could grab it and try to deny it. Okay, Rifty sees someone. It's an Arbalest. Rifty with a full energy bar. A lot of room to play here. But caution is the name of the day.
Thanks. I owe you one.
Okay, they're pinging each other. By the way, Joey, I don't know if you're talking right now. I'm hearing nothing. Okay, Arbalest. Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Here we go. Rifty gets Stardust down to one shot. And it has Kenny on the Overwatch. The blink. Okay. This is now actually looking kind of dicey for Rifty. If Stardust can get the hits, didn't get enough energy for another blink out. That was really close. But the stealth was disabled. Okay. But there shouldn't be a line of sight for another shot.
Not to interrupt Vagar's shoutcasting, please let me know if stream quality improved. I closed a bunch of crap and probably should help.
Ooh, okay. Kenny is spotted. 2v4. They still have last stand for at least one more kill. Rifty is very low. And this is like Phantom's worst nightmare. Encounters a Ranger and an Arbalest. Rip. Alright. 3 players working together right there. This is now a tall order for Kenny.
Vagar, what is the plan for player retention? That's a question that's coming by. It's good that people can catch up and be on level quickly, which I think that's that horizontal and vertical progression, right? But some players are going to burn through the content and feel a lack of motivation to play.
Yeah.
That's not my MO, that's Home Soldiers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's obviously this is something we're thinking about, and there's some tension here, as you can. I don't know if you've seen the comments on the flip side, which is, you know, why does Fortis take 300k XP to unlock? This is so much higher than the previous tanks. So there's some tension here, right? Like, hey, we want to have this long progression where you always have something interesting to unlock, and a lot of people will at least say they just want everything unlocked right away, and anything outside of immediately free is a burden. So this is tough. I will say that the list of free-to-play games where people complain about the rate that they unlock things includes all successful free-to-play games. When I worked on League of Legends, we went through a lot of this where we unfortunately had to increase the I'm trying to think back to what the name of the currency what was at the time. It's Blue Essence now. I think it was IP influence points. And every time you increase the cost, it's painful. That's just the reality. Like, it sucks. I get it. So when we increase the cost of Fortis, what we're trying to do
Phantom's ready for
is be forward-looking and find the right price point for a steady-state tank release cadence, so that you have something you're continually working against, but still it's realistic to unlock in a reasonable amount of time. And we also have to balance that for different play schedules. So the 8 hours a day grinders and the 1 hour twice a week, more periodic players. So getting that number right is one thing. There's some other systems we're looking into, like maybe there's more levels, like prestige levels we could add to tanks. That's something we're looking into and evaluating. But it's tough because we don't want the game to feel grindy. Like, that's not a goal of ours, but we do recognize that it also feels good to have plenty of content to unlock over time. So we're trying to navigate that trade-off. But also for the people that land on the flip side of this argument, that are still wondering, hey, why 300,000? That seems so much higher. I shared some numbers on Discord that might be interesting, which are that the average XP gain per match is 2,200. The average match duration is 4.5 minutes. So that means that if you do nothing but grind XP, it would take about 10 hours to unlock Fortis. But that also doesn't include silver gains. You also gain silver every match, so you're getting XP and silver. Or territory scans, which give you career boosters, XP boosters, and silver. Or echo scans. Or the reputable reward for playing a max level tank, which effectively is a 25% increase on your XP gains. And so it will actually be much faster than 10 hours to unlock Fortis. And the reference point for going back to League of Legends, it takes more than 10 hours to unlock each new champion. So it's still faster than League of Legends. And if you're playing periodically and unlocking territory scans and all this other stuff, it's way faster. Uh-oh, I gotta run. And then just some anecdotal stuff to kind of maybe support the question asker. I, playing sporadically and also working during the day and hotfixing the game and whatnot, managed to unlock Fortis in just one day yesterday. And I got feedback from someone on their Echo Scan reward yesterday, which is 500,000 experience. So yeah, we're trying to find the balance, but 300,000 does seem at least reasonable. I see Invaders in with the point about it's more or less, it makes us feel like we are grinding for something we already had in the alpha program. I think that's certainly a failing of the messaging around the alpha program, right? Like, if you feel like this alpha program is just an extension of your tank roster and then we're taking something away from you, that feels bad. I totally get that. That is not what the alpha program is, and so we need to do a better job of messaging that. The alpha program is an opt-in program where you get early access to in-development tanks that are not ready for prime time, that are not unlockable yet. And the ask is that in exchange for that, you give us some feedback so we can help make it better. You keep all of your levels, all of your loadout, everything you leveled up on that tank, but when we add the tank to the game, we put it on the unlock track, and then you unlock it like everyone else outside of the alpha program. That's the intention, and I've made a note for myself. I'm going to update the description for when you opt into the alpha program, just to make sure that's super clear up front.
Ooh. Will we get playtesting with 16v16 on much larger scale maps once the game gets better optimizations? I don't know if that's the game we're making, quite frankly. At least not yet. Captain agrees.
Yeah, I mean, that's like a never say never. Maybe the engineers would say never because they're the ones that need to optimize it,
Yeah.
right? But like, there might be clever stuff where we break up the battle in ways where you don't have too many expensive things on the screen at a given time. Like, if you ever play the frontline mode in World of Tanks, that's like this massive scale thing, but you're still limited in how many tanks can be in a particular part of the particular grid on the map. And that's, I'm assuming that's for performance reasons. I don't know for sure. 16 versus 16 might also just be too frenetic, you know, like it might not match the vibe we're trying to serve, or just might not be a vibe that's interesting. Hard to say, but we'll definitely be experimenting with different things in the future.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold for like 3 more seconds, see if we get another joiner. Oh, it looks like maybe Travis. I don't know. I just saw Travis fired up on Steam, so. Hey, I'm going to ready up in just a second. I want a balanced match. I just saw Travis kick into Steam. Wondering if Travis is going to pop into this lobby, because I saw him talking shit in chat just a minute ago. Game modes are tricky. I'm just gonna ready up. Game modes are tricky. It's like one of those things where
Good. I was just getting bored.
any game mode that's added dilutes the queue. So that's really hard. And also, like, we think this game mode is fun, and we want to focus on balance of tanks and maps and stuff like that. And anytime you add a game mode, it's like, all right, well, that really complicates the design process too.
Now, who's my first target?
I'm just feeling so jealous with these charms I'm looking at right now.
Oh, I have none. I
On
have
Fluzz and Tranquil Claws.
literally no charms.
Ooh,
What are your
okay,
thoughts
so
on
we're
the
all
lives?
going northeast again.
Hey, stop
We're
telling
go
me.
somewhere else. Oh, yeah. Oops.
Oh, this is a super important question, actually. I think I see this a lot. Oh, man, I was holding W because I'm reading chat. Big mistake. Sometimes I forget to take notes while I'm playing. Am I still helping by just playing Alpha Tanks?
Shoot this enemy.
People were, like, really concerned about your sternly worded, we will kick you out of the Alpha program if you mess this up.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that's kind of relevant, right? Like, if we didn't have that sternly worded disclaimer, if we at some point kick someone out, like let's say they've been in the alpha program for 2 years, have never written anything, and we just have so many people in the program that it's becoming difficult to manage, we might start clearing people out. And at that point, if we do, and someone's like, hey, what the hell? Why would you kick me? Well, that's why we try to be clear about expectations up front. And it's better to be more stern than not. There have been people that are worried that I forget what it was, but it was like, I have obligations for the next month. Will I get kicked out? I'd hate to lose access, and then could I get back in if I get kicked? In those scenarios, do not worry at all. We are not actively, you know, keeping track of who's posting how much. I think the evaluation timeline would be more on the scale of years, so you don't have to worry about it.
Friendly armor destroyed. Friendly armor destroyed.
What have I got myself into here?
Tracks are fixed.
Oh yeah, that's a pickle. It's, turn. Oh,
That's alright. Yeah. I think Invader Zim is on it, right? Like, I think that there's a natural. We talked about not having that message at all. I remember that conversation. Immediately, the concern was just like, well, people see free tanks, they're just gonna opt in. Like, who wouldn't?
Yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah,
More
of
free
course.
tanks. Yes, please.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, for us, the reason we have them there is so we can get feedback, so we can get more information to avoid things like Valor Day. You know, like if we didn't have it, then release day tanks would not just be 300k XP, but might be like crazy broken, and that's ultra unfair. Because, you know, then the heavy grinders get it early and they get to stomp people, and that super sucks.
The previous AI voices really made me judge the decision of having voices in the first place, but these new ones are awesome. Really good work, guys. I like them a lot too. I'm glad that they're here. Do you sometimes play on high ping servers to have a feel of it? 180 feels like 500. Well, I mean, most days for playtest, I'm playing on a high ping server. We also have people like in Europe that play high ping, so we do feel it internally all the time. But I am curious about that second part, 500 milliseconds feeling like 180, or excuse me, 180 feeling like 500. As a big Atlas fan who just so happens to be a big Mouse fan, are there any plans for there to be any tanks in the future that are a recreation of the Tyr tanks, such as a Tiger, etc.? Kind of answered that one earlier on the top of the stream. Maybe, possibly, probably.
Yeah, I mean, we do draw inspiration from iconic tanks. We try to, you know, add in some more unique flavor. I think in the earlier answer I said Atlas and Fortis are probably the most direct inspirations where, you know, you look at them and this is like, okay, I understand exactly what this tank is. The historical counterpart is. But a lot of times the inspiration is much looser. And the example there was Arbalest and a Desert Eagle or a Alt 1911, which is not a tank. Those are just two very iconic pistols.
Target this enemy.
Ranger is such a funny tank sometimes, man. It like really turns you into just like a low brain rusher all the time. Maybe I'm just speaking for myself, but that's what it does for me. My brain just kind of turns off.
No, it's an adjustment to go back to anything normal.
Yeah. It's fun. This poor Atlas. Please know that I feel bad shooting with your rubber ducky charm. Get on, we're going rampant.
Was Ranger inspired by Crusader Mark IV? It was inspired by a very iconic photo. I want to make sure it actually wasn't Mark IV. Yeah, I think so. No, that was probably Cromwell. There was a reference image where there's like a Cromwell or maybe a Crusader just catching crazy air. This is like from World War II era. So that was like an interesting reference we had on a board at one point.
Ranger's definitely one of the higher skill ceiling tanks with how the armor layout is in combination with the movement in the game. Yeah, it's definitely it's a really fun aggressor, I think, especially because of the way that the armor layout works and just the general whole traversal. It's fun. Also a nice tank to play when you're on a losing streak. You just come and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna clean my palette and just play Ranger. Speaking of Ranger, Ranger Danger Roadie is in. Please, devs, answer this for me. Do you have plans to add a camera-sensitive option to to control the tank for controller players? The analog stick doesn't work the best with the current scheme. Is it that there's not... Is it the sensitivity with the right stick that's an issue? Do we not have a sensitivity setting in the menu? I feel like we would. Oh, is it me? Am I the problem? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'd be curious to hear more about the stick. Although maybe feedback thread on the Discord would be the best place for us to dig into and understand what the ask is.
Yeah, for sure. Increase mic, please. Very quiet. Which mic? I feel like I'm turning this thing
Put
up.
the microphone in your mouth.
Here, I'm right on it now. I can't be any more on it. Decrease mic, too loud.
Yeah. Remonetization retention. I feel like a battle pass might be a good fit for the game. Hard to say. I really dislike FOMO practices, but it would get people playing consistently, especially with free stuff. We made an intentional decision not to do a battle pass. This was like a call we made a while ago, which was really just, it was not like an economic call. It was like a gut call as a gamer that I felt like, hey, battle passes are kind of past their prime, in that almost every game has them now and they don't feel good anymore. And to me, they kind of started becoming a symbol of all of the games I don't want Tyr to be associated with. So we made the choice not to do them, which then means, you know, we're trying to find other ways to have meaningful progression that feels good and lasts a long time. But that's kind of where we ended up with battle passes and why we don't have them.
Shoot this enemy. Target this enemy.
What is this Ranger doing? Somehow a block.
Oh boy.
Oh my god. This is a cool little canyon brawl that's established here. Ranger's very low. Doing kick flips and tricks. Oof. We might lose this if we don't get support here.
Or we cap them out.
Or
Distract them with your body.
do it. you're still up there.
On cap.
Greetings from Ranger Nation. Good heals from these Valors, dude. Valor very low, coming towards you.
Okay. Oh shit, I'm spotted. Oh god. Okay, I see them now.
I'm gonna. I can't. Just throw this. Yeah, I'm gonna stay peeking this ridge. I feel like these two Valors are doing work keeping me afloat.
Okay, I had to run away, unfortunately. My work amounted to 2% progress. But we're up now. I'm gonna distracted them. Oh, alright, I'm down.
Oh, how did I
Alright,
miss that?
nothing.
Shoot this enemy.
Ugh.
I will shoot this enemy.
See
I'm
where
trying.
it went. Bumping question again. Any plans for new tanks before 1.0? Or will it just be tanks leaving the alpha program for now? 1.0 is a big milestone that is beyond our next big one. So like our next big one, I would say, is early access launch.
Yeah.
And even if I reframe the question of, will we have more new tanks, which I'm interpreting as alpha tanks, before early access, it is hard to say. Like I couldn't make a commitment. I would say it seems likely. Certainly, there will be another new tank entering alpha program in the not too distant future. It depends on when that tank is available, right? And there could be surprises there, and where our early access date lands.
All right, one more time with the mic. If that sounds better, let me know.
Target this enemy.
Ranked seasonal skins, perchance?
Ranked seasonal skins.
Yeah, I think that's
maybe.
that's kind of FOMO-y sometimes. I think we gotta be careful about that stuff.
Well, I mean, that kind of speaks to the tension of like having something cool and exclusive that you earn, but then not everyone's gonna be able to get it. But it's cool because it's exclusive, like.
Yeah.
To me as a gamer, that doesn't fit into the category of FOMO because it's not like a time limited thing created to pressure you into doing something. It's more like if you play ranked and if you're interested in playing ranked and you're good at it, then here's a reward for achieving something remarkable.
Yeah, I think more so the skins that are like super hard tied to a season. Those feel weird ones sometimes.
Oh, the skin is just so remarkably cool above and beyond what it means.
Yeah, but the only way to get it is if you played, from January to February in this one year. Yeah.
What's the coolest ideas you devs got from one of the players that you want to be in the game? There was one in this patch. When I made Drift Sparker, the hope was to have it work for all drifts. But then we just didn't have like the technical hookups. And before you blame our engineers for being lazy, because it's not that complicated. The goal was to use the existing tools to make a component. And so within the existing tool set, I didn't have the ability to detect regular treaded drifts, but I could do hover drifts. And so I made it hover drift specific. And then I just kind of forgot about it. The component went out live, didn't see a lot of use. And so for this patch, I wanted to revisit it, and I saw someone make the suggestion in the question of like, hey, couldn't this just work for everything? I was like, yeah, you're right. It is so much better if it did, and maybe I can revisit that technical limitation. And I talked about it with Lumpy Blowfish, and he rigged it up, and now it works for both, and it is super fun.
couple questions in the chat about our stance on modding and players, community modding the game and stuff. It's complicated because we're server hosted. We're not designed to be PvP, so I don't know. But there's obviously other stuff you can do with mods, and I don't know that maybe we've ever actually talked about that other type of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't really dug into it. There's no official policy. I think if you're just asking like how we feel about it, I think modding things can be really cool. I think if we're talking about like there's exploits that people can mod, whether it's some client change to make something more visibly prominent or whatnot. Like in League of Legends, we had one where people were zooming out their camera super far in a way that gave advantages. So for that, we didn't like it or allow it. But there's a lot of other stuff that is totally benign and a-okay. We just don't have an official policy.
This game became really tight, and I am surprised that it went this way. It's a pretty good game. Probably the best game I've had on Dudes.
Oh. He's not going to be able to get clipped out. All right, this is now just a Valor on Atlas. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Poor Dizzy Dwarf.
Oh, this might work out.
Yeah. Nice.
There it is. All right, now he's got to dodge the... No.
That's... I think Dizzy did very well, considering. Is the nerf to Icarus's turning speed while flying intentional or a byproduct of the physics changes the patch notes? Don't mention it at all.
I'm not sure. Or turning speed sounds unintentional. I think maybe if we're talking as you're climbing, maybe intentional.
There has been a lot
But
of
I'm not sure. I didn't make the change myself.
Yeah, Rifty had a great game there. Rifty's really employing that extra degree of gun depression on that last one.
Am I allowed to say the next tank leaving the alpha program? Yes.
Wait, what? Oh, you are allowed? Are you saying the next time? Wait a minute.
I'm allowed.
Oh, but will you? Oh, that's a good question. Man. You really baffled me there, dude. I'm just locked up.
Yeah, shout out to Coach K from middle school for a classic teacher answer there.
Yeah, that really was. I can do anything. No previous tank commander voices. Oh man, people are saying that. I don't know. Some of the tank commander voices were definitely temp, definitely felt temp previously. These new ones are a huge upgrade. The only thing that I've heard that I think is hilarious is that people want Travis back for VTOL. I think that's great.
Travis was a vibe.
Travis was a vibe.
Travis was undeniably a vibe.
Yeah. What is it? 1 in the pipe, 5 by 5. Every time. I laugh every time.
I think one thing that is totally understandable for people that are calling for the old voices is some of the new voices are a different vibe or feel like a slightly different personality. So even if the performance is better, it can feel like a slightly different personality. And if you've played a tank for like 100 hours, you've gotten used to a certain something. Like I totally get that. And I think that's also something we can try to be more aware of. That is also the reason why we didn't move forward with the new Arc voice. If you'll probably noticed, Arc doesn't have a voice right now. It's because the new voice came in, and we felt like it was such a departure from the old voice vibe of like who Arc is as a character that it just didn't feel right to put it in the game. So we instead chose to not move forward with it, and that's why it's silent, but we're going to be re-recording that to be closer to the old performance.
Target this enemy.
Sorry, I'm locked in right now.
Yeah. Get ready.
Target this enemy. Shoot this enemy.
Travis, we can probably do some work here.
Shoot this enemy.
Travis, come in, help me. I know Travis can't hear me. It's on an extreme delay. It's still funny. Good stuff. Oh, Travis died.
What's happening in this corner? I'm looking at people just pointing their barrels up. I don't know if they're playing anymore.
They're just brawling here.
Oh, they're trying to launch. Okay, they're doing some kind of Ranger shenanigans.
Okay.
They're
That I
trying to
agree
launch
with.
Alice into space.
I would go over, but I think I'm gonna die here. Yeah. Any plans for official STLs for people to 3D print tanks? This big tabletop nerd can fund a Proxim and Warhammer. At least until the official Tyr TM tabletop releases. I don't know. Obviously, people would know this, but there's a lot of board game nerds at Tyr, or at Stoke. So I think if there's ever board game and tabletop in general, I think if that ever happens, we probably lose our minds collectively. You know, we talked. There's a member of the community, Cypherus, that actually printed a 3D model of Valor. And if you do ping me on Discord, I can share those files with you so that you can 3D print them as well. We wanted to test it out and see what the process was like internally for us. It's not as easy as just like handing over model files and moving on. It did take some artist work, and so it's not a totally free, easy thing for us to do. That said, like we have heard from people that they would like this, and there's been some discussion internally, and I really want to stress how some it is. It's not a lot. That we set up like a Thingiverse page for Stoke and just kind of throw in the tier models as we get them. TBD. There is interest for it, and you're not the first person to express it. I think it's just a matter of time and us making sure that the models are in the shape we want them to be for you folks to be able to print things off.
Target this enemy.
Yeah, if you want the model files for Valor, just ping me on Discord, Joey. Send me a DM. I'll send them over. As long as you send pictures. These threats that you're getting, I won't raid your stack for the rest of the day if you tell us the next tank leaving the alpha program. Meanwhile, Halo is stuck. Oh man, shocked. These Tempests haven't ported back to you yet.
They have their teleports near the cap anymore.
Yeah. Is there an idea on official release date? Early access this summer. Q3 is what we put it, which I think Q3 starts technically July 1 and runs until the end of September, I think. Don't quote me on that. That's just me thinking out loud. What am I going to do now? I don't know. Just got another playtest from those recent sessions. Want to say a quick thank you for creating such a fun, different game. Much love to you and the dev team. Thank you for that. And already clocked over 10 hours. Yeah. Yeah, you know it's good like when I boot up in the morning before I actually do anything and play a few matches. I think that's... I don't know. I'm not addicted. You're addicted.
We're paying that guy, right? But surely that's AstroTurfed.
Yeah. Yep. Thanks for... yeah, checks in the mail, dude.
Yeah. No, but thanks, Nathan.
I don't know if the model comes with the UV, actually. You'll answer that for me when you take a look at the file. Did you expect such a large, tight-knit community to form like this? That was the hope. But I mean, you have to think about the way that Tyr rolled out, right? We started... man, is it 3 years, Vagar? Is that where we're at?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, I mean, we started with a really, really small group and scaled so slowly. So some of the players here have been playing this game for a very long time at this point. And I think the natural extension of that is that with each playtest, we sort of let in just another small group. And so people came into a community that already existed. And it's, you know, I think fortunately, right, it's a side effect. I don't know that we necessarily plan for it to be large and tight-knit, but the cool side effect is that it's just like a growing friend group is kind of the vibe, which I think is really cool. It's also very cool when I find that, like, oh, these people have a Discord dedicated to Ranger and they're all in it. I think that's really funny. It's awesome. Oh, this is going to be fall damage big time. Oh, thank God. Uh-oh. Dizzy, I don't know, man. This is a bad place for us. How many players have access to the game? I'm not sure either. It is thousands. We let in thousands at a time. But it's been a rolling set. And of course, some people are like... get the playtest, try it out, think it's cool, and then decide they're going to wait for full release. Oh my God, I got to back off. Be ripped to stop. Do we still have the art for the pilots. It's possible to release them. Plan on using them in the future. I mean, they're on the Discord. There's a pin. I think someone was collecting them. The pilots are still... They're still there. We just pulled them back significantly. So the voices that you're hearing match the character portraits that you created, right? You know, I think the hope is to do something with the pilots down the line. I don't know who the pirates are. Future tank. Vega, are you muted, dude? Yeah.
No, I'm here. I've just been you've been on the heater.
Got it.
Yeah, locked in, letting you chat.
Oh man, someone saying they preferred the old Electo VO is very funny to me.
It is a natural thing, regardless of how bad the performance was.
Yeah,
You just kind of get used to things. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. It's just very funny. we make fun of that one internally a lot.
No.
No. Ah, geez, we're dying out here. What are the odds we can get a cheeky playtest extension? Probably low. I mean, we really need to step back and look at this playtest before we even decide if we're going to be, when we're going to be doing the next one, how long it's going to be. So it's like we don't even have the next one planned yet. We will be doing another one, obviously, but TBD. Big question: why glom? Glom is the word. It gloms onto you. I don't think that a better word exists. What are the plans for late game progression? Is cosmetic progression like Marks of Excellence from Watt or something like a kill counter on the tank possible? I think the kill counter on the tank is super cool.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. With the addition, will the addition of clans eventually mean a clans only queue so we can finally 8 stack? Yeah. I mean, we have ranked teams implemented. We've just kind of been waiting to get to a point where we have enough teams that could jump in at a given time and face off. Will this be a free game on release or will it cost money? It will be free.
Guys, they're all on this side.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't worry about it. We're gonna go other side.
God, that was rough.
Yeah, you guys just hang tight. We'll see you in a minute.
Alright, Brody, I'm gonna live vicariously through you for this whole match, so don't die early.
Someone asked, what were the goals for the playtest? Oh, thank God. Missed the energy. Alright, we're coming back to help. Goals for the playtest are like, there's a lot. Essentially, we are trying to just learn as much as we can about what we need to have in place for launch before we get to launch. And so that includes things like a very simple seeming one is this playtest was the first time we did a patch live, as in the service was running when we patched. And you might wonder, well, what's the problem? Because Steam just tells me I need to update and then I update. Well, we need the mechanism by which when you're in a game, it detects that your client is out of date with the server, prevents you from queuing up because otherwise you would crash games, and then puts you back. And it's, you know, it's not crazy science, but it's work that we needed to put in and then verify that it works. Because if you have a launched game and then you try to update, like let's say Valor Day happened on launch day. Oops, we don't have a way to do that. So that's like a super important thing to make sure we have in place. Another one is just seeing what happens when we run for long periods of time. Like one issue we found, what was the problem we were seeing? People stopped getting match results. And that was because the match history was overflowing for people that have been playing this game for 2.5 years. They just had so many games played, so much data, that there was one particular part of the backend service that couldn't handle the size of the file anymore, and so it would fail out. And so we detected that and we fixed it. So there's like a bunch of little things like that that really add up, and any one of those could cause a failed launch. So we're just trying to find all of them.
How do I give you guys money? Yeah, no way yet, obviously. I don't... People do ask sometimes, like, hey, can we buy skins or whatever. It does not feel right charging for an alpha playtest state. So we won't be offering anyway.
I need assistance.
And then I would say we'll be lightly monetized once we do get into early access. So there will be a way, but it's not going to be in your face all the time.
I don't know if you're dead. If you look at Striated's moving away, he's got a series of ramps to heaven.
Yeah, I saw that, and I saw Rhodey and one other ranger were setting some up, and we're launching an Atlas up in the air too. Yeah, we already talked about. Oh god, there's this ramp. He just turns the corner.
It's a serious ramp. I'm not kidding.
One more. We talked about modding a little bit ago. You know, the more nefarious mods, obviously, we don't approve of, don't want to allow. We don't really have an official stance on other stuff. There are some, like, communities come up with all kinds of things, like visual HUD mods and stuff that really don't affect gameplay or whatever, but do serve preferences. And I don't know that we super mind any of that type of stuff. It's more the exploits that are a problem.
And community maps would absolutely be super cool. That's like one of the things that are on our would be super rad list, and we'd like to do on a long enough time horizon.
Yeah.
But of course, it means putting together the tools by which you can create maps, and we can import it, and then other players can download it and play it. And there's like many pieces that go into that.
It's
Fun fact, one of our engineers, oh, here we go, straight, it's going. All right. They're still gaining altitude. And they hit the other side. No fall damage.
None.
Flawless. All right, and now just got to clutch it.
Yeah, no problem.
But yeah, so one of the Stoke members actually was a player in one of our early play tests and asked us if the game was in Unreal, and we said yeah. And if he made an Unreal map, could we import it? I was like, yeah, I mean, technically. This is back before we had much visual fidelity in our maps. So I just put together, a quick project with the assets we used to quickly throw together prototype maps, and he used it and made his own prototype map, and then I imported it, and then we played it with our playtesters in the next playtest, and it was pretty cool. And then eventually we hired him, and he's been doing incredible work.
Did that map live to today, or some version of that map?
What's funny is I think it was the earliest version of Dunes. I swear this was not a long setup. I literally think it was the earliest versions of Dunes.
Incredible. Will hover tanks get a hover overhaul? Feels like Electo should have a bit of air control, and hover tanks in general seem to suffer at getting over hills. The question below that's an easy one, while Vagar thinks about hover technology. What engine is Tyr using? It's Unreal.
It's Unreal, yeah. Hover tanks get a hover overhaul. I don't know if I would use the word overhaul, but if they are struggling to get over some hills, we'd love to hear about like which hills in particular. What does it look like? And we can see if it's maybe a tuning issue or an issue with a particular hill. Yeah, custom maps, playing custom games. I mean, that's the dream, right?
That's
Like,
the dream.
you guys can make your own maps, and hopefully, if we add some customizability and even like the mode options, that would be super cool. You can dabble with the cursed challenge of designing maps for all different classes and types of players, and get feedback and see what it's like. Or players describing every single design you make as a 3-corridor map, no matter how open it is. That's also a fun reality of making a map.
I can't believe what we just did worked. I don't know if you're over
Yeah.
there.
No, it's great. I'm part of the caravan.
I was talking about this on the Discord. I don't know if like I think I was in high school or college when Forge came out. I don't know if like that version of me knew how cool that really was.
Yeah. I mean, Warcraft 2 map editor, Warcraft 3 map editor, StarCraft, like, that was just so cool. Granted, I wasn't very sophisticated in what I could do at that point in time. But even just the little bit I could dabble with, so cool. All right, yep. I see ramp, I take ramp, I get it.
Someone hit me somehow.
Oh no, it's broken. Oh, God. Ah, someone broke the middle of the ramp sequence. So I hit the first one and then smashed into the second one and did a somersault.
Attack this target.
Sorry, Travis. I have to go. My people need me. Let's see. Rifty, communicate with me here. Get off my ramp. No, bro! Grounded. Are there any playtest positions that I would be able to apply for? Yeah, I mean, I assume you're talking about job positions. I don't think there are, but there is, if you go to stoke.gg, there is a careers page. Oh man, the ramp is still that bad. This has completely devolved, by the way, Vagar. I think it's
It's
outstanding.
completely devolved. This is not real tier.
Oh my god, there's a flying mouse. I don't know how that's possibly a defeat. It didn't feel like a defeat.
Right. I mean, did the game take into consideration how much air we caught? Because it kind of feels like we came out ahead on that one.
It's a dub. Any idea where ramming an enemy doesn't give health and energy back, but kills do? Oh, this is during Last Stand. Is that really?
Phantoms ready for action.
Teams are unbalanced.
Sounds like a bug.
Time to do the stuff
sound
that
like a bug.
legends are made of.
Yeah, it should.
Wow. Look at this very uneven teams.
All right, I see the theme. I will comply.
Oh god.
Time to do the stuff that legends
Oh
are made of.
jeez.
Wait, why are the teams uneven?
I don't know. That's just how things were shaken out, man.
Oh, just because everyone readied up? Okay, well this is no good. You can put us back to the lobby though.
People kept jumping back over. It's all right. We'll suffer the choices.
Oh, because you're on the short team. Okay,
Do
got
it
it.
fast, do it right.
Yes, you will suffer.
Oh, somehow.
Oh, striated, trying to even it out for you.
Any plans to improve the net code? Anything above 100 feels terrible to hit any precise shots.
Yeah, we definitely have plans to go back and optimize and improve the netcode. It'll just take some time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, and we're getting the energy. Yeah, this is going to be quite something.
I owe you one. Shoot this enemy. Friendly lost.
Yeah, if you have concepts of tanks and stuff, even the double gunned small tank that you're talking about, there is a thread in the Discord,
Rattle them.
or the feedback channel on the Discord's a great place to dump that stuff. What is happening over here?
Friendly armor destroyed. Could use some help.
No, no, no.
Bring him the gun up.
Ugh. Ugh. Alright, did we want to keep going on customs or jump over to standard queues for a little bit bigger?
Yeah, let's do standard.
Okay, we're going to abandon this lobby after this poor ranger dies.
You mean after this poor ranger clutches?
Oh, sorry,
Dude,
after these
this is
poor
worse.
valors die. Oh god, the
Oh,
double-
okay, that was good. Yeah. Can't let Dizzy Dwarf go like that. I'm sorry, Symbiosity.
I mean, we always...
Yeah,
we,
block the ramp and then destroy it. Perfect. No fun.
we read every post that goes into the feedback. I don't know that we 100% use concepts. But I mean, everything is inspirational, you know? Okay. Thank you guys for playing customs with us. We're going to jump into squads. Schwager, I don't know if you want to shoot me the code and then I can drop her in.
Oh, yeah. in the chat.
As far as writing our alpha feedback, a lot of it has to be vibe-based instead of anything quantitative. Is there anything we can add to better assist the devs? That's a great question, I think.
Yeah, actually, I've been thinking about maybe writing like a template for what the most useful feedback would look like. Typically, the best structure for us for understanding what's happening is when you frame it in terms of here's the expectation I had, here's what happened, and here's how it made me feel. And the reason that's useful is because it's pointing at what the art led you to believe would happen, and then you tell us what did happen, so we're informed. And then how you felt is like, okay, well, this, I unlocked this tank. I expected it to be super speedy and high damaging, and the thing I played, I was dying a lot. I felt like I couldn't trade with people, even though I'm supposed to be super high damaging. Stuff like that is so much more useful than, for example, if the feedback was, hey, this tank sucks, it's really underpowered, it can't do anything. It's very difficult. Like, obviously, that second bit of feedback is still useful for us to see. There's just way less information in it. And it's also clearly emotionally laden, which we need to take into account. Like, did this person just come off a really bad game and tilt a little bit? Or is this like a measured response over 100 games and it's highly informed and this tank truly is underpowered and can't do anything? So the former is way more useful. Also, as developers, we need to think about the broader, you don't have to do this in your feedback because, player perspective is totally good enough. But another dimension, just for people's context, is there's the playing as experience, which is as a player, here's what I wanted to do, here's what happened, and here's how I felt about it. Then there's the playing with experience, as someone that had this tank on my team, here's what I was hoping would happen, or here's what I saw happened, and here's how I felt about it. And then there's the playing against. I am playing against this tank. Here's what I expected, here's what happened, here's how I felt about it. And all of those are really important to having a good tank.
Good. I was just getting bored.
Just got the Discord startup sound somehow.
Has Icarus been the hardest tank to balance? Watch the recent patch notes, and he definitely seems hard to nail. Maybe. I think it's definitely a candidate. My mind goes to other tanks because there's like this there's this trend of people calling certain designs toxic, and the common convention with the definition of toxic is this is just a bad game mechanic and it is not balanceable in a way that can make it good. Therefore, when I say this is toxic, developer, you should remove this from the game. And we've had that levied against multiple tanks, which at this point, after we've made changes, seem totally fine and no one complains about anymore. So my mind goes to those as maybe the most challenging, just from like the delta in perception to initial perception to where we are now. But I would say if I were to try to design any tank from the start again, I would be the most worried about Icarus. It is, yeah, probably the most prone to getting it wrong.
Target this enemy.
Gotta get out of those sights.
Ooh, how did I miss that all?
Feeling strong again.
Oh, this mall's a big trouble, dude.
Yeah, it's got 2 grams though.
I don't know where they're going.
He's not going to be able to use it.
Just committing seppuku right
was trying to lure someone. Oh, but you've got your own rams. Yeah. Oh,
The counter ram.
the counter ram.
Repair complete.
Gotta whiff it here. Stalemate.
Shoot the enemy. Mark another kill. Friendly armor destroyed.
Pexy keeping me afloat, dude.
Oh, is feedback on non-alpha tanks still needed? Yeah. I mean, feedback on the whole game. Like, even after launch, honestly, this game, we're going to keep iterating and improving this game for a long time to come, hopefully. So just because something leaves the alpha program doesn't mean it's done. I think Valor is a good example of that, right? We did a pretty significant change to Valor. Numbers aside, we wanted to shift kind of the focus of the gameplay, and obviously we got the numbers a little wrong and then had to fix it after.
All these arcs are just hanging out. This little corridor. Ooh, I knew it. I knew that RB was gonna find me.
Turret is back online.
This is the bad mall gun dispersion. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that. I think Maul's gun dispersion maybe is to be expected. I don't know if I would. Is there anything in particular that's really feeling bad about it? Just that while moving, it kind of has a big spread? Is that the concern?
I mean, we know it feels bad, but it is by design. So if you
Right.
think about the full roster of tanks, our hope is to make tanks that are really good at particular things. And when you do that, you also want to make sure you understand what they're not good at, because they can't just be good at everything. And there's a danger that over time, through stat creep, everything just kind of becomes pretty well-rounded. Well, either good at everything or just kind of well-rounded, and then the overall game gets a lot less interesting. So in Maul's case, it is a kind of a heavium that moves pretty fast for its weight class. It is good at ramming. It's got good frontal armor, so it wants to point the armor towards its enemies. It has a really bad gun. And that's not just a trade-off, that is also a message to the player. Your gun is so bad, you really don't want to be long-range sniping. You're going to have a bad time. And so in the full roster of tanks, Maul will probably always have the worst gun, and that's very intentional. It is the worst gun by design.
Ready up, please. I don't know. We're not searching.
I think I am.
I am too.
Oh, it's a squatted game. Okay. I need to leave squad. Might be in a bug here. Send you another code.
There we go. Yeah, I think the game needs a better way of testing builds going in and out of the sandbox. I mean, there's that. And we've also heard the feedback from players that's like, man, I wish I could just pick. Like, I don't have to leave the sandbox to try another tank, too. I think we agree with that sentiment. It's just a matter of the work required to make it happen.
Yeah, totally.
Did you set it on Scorch 24/7, dude?
This wasn't me.
Someone asked a question about Tricera, saying it's one of their favorite tanks and curious about how it's performing. I think it's a tank. I will say this. I manage a lot of the tournaments with Viral. And on the competitive side, I think it's the tank that a lot of the comp players are most excited to see leave the alpha program and be viable and available
Yeah.
in the tournament setting. It's a strong tank.
Oh, let's go. Nathan's in our lobby.
There we go. And we got Rhodey too.
But yeah, Tricera has a lot going for it. It is really good at going hull down and ridge fighting. So like already there's a great function for it. The smokescreen ability is really good for strategic play and team play. So
Underrated,
I could
in my
see adding. Yeah. I think we're going to see some really cool strategies come out once it reaches the core roster and we see it in tournaments. It's also got a pretty comfortable gun for people that want a heavy with just, you know, a pretty decent gun. And it looks cool.
Gotta start jamming it up for that inevitable dinosaur skin it has to have. There's no way. I mean, how could we not?
There's no way. Oh,
The kickflip. Oh
Rhodey
no.
trick shot.
Oh no, Rhodey.
We got to guard. We got to guard Rhodey. Oh man, he's really,
Brother, he's in it.
he's in a pickle right there. All right, Rhodey's back in action.
He's taking big time damage. Here, I'll block his Rook's peeking a little bit. I think, you know what's interesting?
Where's
Obviously, we heard a lot about Valor, for good reason, I think. Dude, you are in my way. We also made some pretty big changes to Rook, and I think that those were received pretty positively.
Really? I hadn't seen them yet. I think one of the challenges when we have a patch day, like Valor Day, is that the dialogue just gets so overwhelming and kind of dominates the conversation. So, like all the conversation about Icarus's flight, it kind of falls by the wayside, but maybe now has more space, and also Brook.
Take the ramp, dude. You're in trouble, bud.
I don't know. I think I'm doing okay.
I'm with you. Oh, he's Nick's toast.
Oh, we got a maul coming in.
It's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this ramp at the last second with this maul. For sure. Yeah, here we go.
Okay, we got it.
Okay, wasted shot, but it's okay. I like the Deadeye changes too, man.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of that too. It just makes the turret feel so much more fluid and responsive.
Stop. Ramp is trying to suck me over.
More expression to it.
Look at that smoke screen. How about it?
That was good. Great little sniper blind. Careful now. Alright, this could be dangerous. We're in a good spot, but I'm low. They're in my stand.
Oh, there he is. Oh, that's free shots. Come on, buddy. Ha! I missed. Alright, we'll be blinding that shot here in a second.
Yeah, I'll stay here and keep smoke walling. If you want to be the eyes.
I'm just gonna push up.
Yeah.
I don't know where the Fortis is in our base. So he's got to be, that Deadeye's got to be.
Their Fortis is probably stuck. So
Yes. Fortis not an issue right now.
yeah.
As long as
You
our
could
Deadeye can keep
maybe
going
even
for
just
sure.
put pressure on the cap.
Helio needs some work. I think his ability feels lackluster. Okay. And it sometimes does not function as it should. I think. Oh. Big server rubber band there. I think Helio is a very strong tank, very capable. I also think that his ability, there are some surfaces where Plum doesn't work as it should. Like, I think the crash ship on Fields has some issues. Like, that's being pointed out in the Discord. So, wherever you hit those and you're like, oh man, I put this bubble down and it's not appearing on the right surface, definitely report those. Those are awesome. But as a side scraping heavy, I think Helio is really strong. He can definitely hold a choke very well. I'm curious about what it is that feels really bad for Helio for you. Why not make his bubble expand really fast, making it so it's more of a push than a block? Well, it's interesting. I don't know, Vagar, do you have any thoughts here? I think we got one more game that we can queue, probably.
Yeah, I think my view on Helio is it's very good at what it's meant to do, which is side scrape, but that requires, like, certain maps are better for that than others just because they have more or less side scrape opportunities. And I think our overall map pool doesn't have a lot of them right now. And I think that will change over time. So, like, if we have, for example, if we had a more city style map where it's mostly corridors, close quarters combat, you would see Helio really thrive and you'd see a lot more Helio picks. And then similar thing for the ability where it really thrives in closed spaces where you're facing another side scrape and you want to shove them out, or you want to block off an escape, or things like that. So I think it's more like a map pool thing than it is a Helio specific thing. If we were to buff Helio right now, it would make those particular areas of existing maps really spiky, and then once we have maps where there's a lot more close quarters combat, it would probably be out of control and we'd have to nerf it back. So I think Helio is good for very particular situations and just not good for, you know, driving into open maps where there's a lot of vision and sight lines.
That notion of the Helio bubble expanding faster feels like it would be almost too much. I think a well-placed Helio bubble is really good at this right now. You know, I don't know that expanding super fast would help a lot.
I mean, that ability is like it kind of flies under the radar. So there have been abilities that have been called toxic, unbalanceable, etc. I think Repulsor actually could fall in that category in the sense that if you got a taste of a fast expanding bubble or even an instant push AoE, which was where I started with the ability, is like, oh hey, it's interesting because we have like heal zones and recall zones. And so obviously the next design space that would be an interesting twist on that is if we have an ability that prevents you from going in those areas or pushes you out of them. So the first thing I tried was just an AoE knockback. And even just from trying it the first time, I knew this is bullshit. Like it is gonna feel so unfair to just get immediately pushed out of cover by something from space, and then you get shot to hell and you die for, you know, very little counterplay. So then I had to figure out, okay, how do I make this thing interactable and have counterplay? And, you know, that's where I came to the expanding bubble, and there's the tuning for that's very sensitive. So like you can have a much faster expanding bubble, right? And it gets increasingly bullshit. And right now it's meant to be more kind of strategic, where if you're bubbling someone that can then just back up and go a different direction, it can feel like you did nothing, but you did cut off opportunities for that person. But there's also moments where someone's in a tight side scrape and you cut off their retreat and you push them in the open. And at that point it's like, okay, you know, the person probably should have recognized that that's possible, or in the time they had on seeing the bubble and how it's going to expand, done something before that happens. But there's still times where there's not, if you place it well and you have the situation right, there's still not that much you can do about it. Yeah, also, I just took a really random location. This is
Yeah, I was watching you go, and I was like, what are we doing here?
I'm just driving, man.
Like, I just bubbled this Kestrel. I don't regret it. It caused him to die. There you go. Good bubble. Oh, all right, we got an Atlas back here, too. Oh, we have an Atlas. Ooh. See if I can sidescroll this guy.
Solid hit.
Let's see, where are you? Go ahead and join you.
It's a real brawl over here, man. I don't even want the Atlas. I want the Electro behind him.
Sounds good.
We got this solved.
Yeah, talk about taking your tank to the wrong spot. I'm in absolutely the wrong spot on this map, but I think the enemy team just didn't manage to punish it.
Yeah. The placement of that bubble, right as we were talking about the usefulness of the bubble, is very funny. All right, where are we at?
Should we do maybe one more and play double Helio if the map allows?
Oh, you mean double bubble trouble?
Double bubble.
Yeah, sure. Let me switch to my quick shells. Let me take out my Counter-Strike knife and get to the cat faster. I think my advice for the Helio bubble is to keep experimenting and keep trying to really master the maps a bit more. And it's really a situational tool. I do see people that just like spam place it and hope for the best. Give it a shot. I mean, I think that the notion of like it expanding rapidly at first and then slowing down is an interesting one, but I don't know. It feels like it would be really oppressive. Tempest feels like it wants to be a brawling sniper sorts, but fails at both. Is there a plan to make it more appealing? Get good is also an acceptable answer. I mean, it is. I think it is in the
I mean,
slightly
it's
get
tough.
good
It's
territory.
definitely
Yeah.
it is one of the hardest tanks to get the playstyle right and be effective, and so that's why it has the top difficulty rating.
Yeah.
Well, let me make sure. Yeah, I've got Helio. Okay. It's got the top difficulty rating, and there are people at the top of the leaderboard that play it a lot in ranked and find it very effective. Shout out to Jedediah and Admiral Nelson, who play a lot of it. So there's a risk that if we buff it, it becomes kind of too good in skilled hands. So it might be a challenge of like, how do we increase the floor of it a little bit more? Which is an interesting, more nuanced challenge.
We could try to. This is a. I mean, I like Helio on this map, but really only in specific spots. I don't know if you want to try to take the ravine. I rarely see people roll ravine.
We
on this.
lunar monks hop up
No, we gotta go
often
East
in
Corridor.
pink.
Yeah, this is disclaimer. This is really not the map to be forcing the Helio.
Yeah, but here we
It can
go.
work. It can work, but only if they also commit to fighting us in the eastern corridor.
I mean, what happened last time was the perfect situation for me. Just 3 lights and a heavy kind of all funneled into that one spot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is going to be kind of bad for us. There's at least one Atlas and a Maul, which we might see there.
I think we'll be okay. I believe in us.
But also, we're going to completely crush this corridor because we have 4, maybe 5,
Oh man.
and we have a Maul and an Atlas going to the west side, which is also not a great place for those tanks. So my
Yeah.
prediction is we're going to completely lose the west side. We're going to slowly win the east, and then we're going to have to retreat back to uncap our base.
I think that's
my
right.
guess.
I think that there is this desire for the Maul and the Atlas to roll those open grounds there. I get it's very appealing, but man, you just get chewed up.
Yeah. I mean, I guess what we can do is at least prevent the enemy from using this dune as a sniping base.
Yep, Kestrel's going out. Probably gonna get shots on him.
Okay. Yeah, we're very quickly going to leave this corridor where the bubbles are actually useful.
Yep.
So prepare to not see a demonstration of cool bubbles.
I think. Well, hold on now. The Atlas is coming this way. Tempest, Kestrel. Our Maul is caught out. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, he's dead. He's gone.
Maul's dead too. Astral's.
We're
about
going to have to
peek.
try to shoot through this Atlas quickly, I think.
Okay, he's showing me his side.
I'm going to try to shove him forward a little bit. Just nudge him.
Oh, brother. Well, now we're in clutch territory, Vagar.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's get in the dip. Let's get in the dip. We're going to eat some shots. That's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna push him our way.
Let's get this Electo. If you could just ignore the Atlas, I think he's so slow. We just need to ignore him and get these other players.
If you can, don't push too much.
Attack.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Be a minute. Oh man.
Restraint coming back.
Yep, yep. Try to scrape on these rocks.
Friendly lost.
Well, we're gonna have a lot of bubbles here in a little bit. Tempest.
Yeah.
Vagar. It's been real.
It's been real. Oh, the jam went turret. Yeah, they're all here.
I think those
All right.
those two heavies going was rough. Rough choices.
We did not. My prediction was wrong in that we did not need to go back and uncap our base. But it was right in that we won the corridor and we completely lost the west.
Thank you guys for the
All
stream.
right, one more.
One more? All right, one more. God. And then we've got another hour of tier right after this. So I would be saluting people, but I'm saving my silver for Fortis. Well,
All right, Fields. Let's run it.
The life of a monk does take some twists and turns.
Could you place 3 bubbles on the sides and rear of a tank and just lock one in place for constant shots? Yeah, you could.
how do I buy gold? When I click the icon, no menu pops up.
All right.
There's
Oh, man.
no way to buy gold. Currently, you can only get it through drops.
All right, this is a little awkward because they don't have. All right, yeah, I guess we still go corridor. They don't have much they're going to send there, so once again, we're going to lose field. They're sending something down the wall. So we're at least going to find something here. We can get the energy, but I think we're going to have to double back.
We may be able to take the path under the ship too, because I have a feeling they're
Yeah,
gonna be
crossover.
Yeah.
But once again, being under the ship is like the worst place for the bubble right now. Excuse me, excuse me. Alright, so we have an Icarus here firing silent shells.
Electo up top.
We got a Tempest who is currently clipping, and I'm gonna just go ahead and put a bubble in front of them.
Put one behind him.
They're gonna have a hard time working out. They're still reloading
Double bubble.
and pushing.
Yep, me too. They are clipping out. They're gone.
Alright, going for Icarus. I think we have some people
Right through them.
that can hopefully defend the base while we're Icarus is flying. Alright. Oh, Electo. Okay, I'm gonna help it.
Tracked.
Yep, behind me.
Loading HE. Yeah, I've got the engine. Done.
One less to
Perfect.
worry about.
Let's double back.
Yep.
This Kestrel up there is going to be annoying, but I think we can ignore it.
I think the Atlas is probably going to focus. Oh, Kestrel's.
Friendly armor destroyed.
They got off cap. I think I kind of want to hop up and
Yeah,
fight
yeah,
on
yeah.
this top.
I agree. Well, hold on. Our defenders are kind of losing. Okay, but our Tempest worked back. Never mind. We're good.
I think we hop up and fight up top, and then we can drop
Yep.
and maybe go for their cap. Oh, no, it's me and an Atlas up here. I think probably okay. Kestrel seems to be gone. Oh, we got the advantage for sure.
We've seen their Helio, but they were on the far west side.
It's a cool spot for a Helio. Okay, there's- Ha! Missed somehow.
That's fun. Okay, found the Icarus.
I see one.
Got a sniper there.
Okay. There's their Helio.
Back on track.
Alright, well, we see all of them. Just gonna double bubble so you can...
Yep.
Damage confirmed.
Good finishing, friends. Thank you. Put a bubble to the side of Rook. It's going to be pushed to the right a couple.
Oh yeah, see this is great. Here's what we came for.
Yeah.
The anti-rook wall.
Yep.
Would you ever think of having small environmental effects which can be broken by tank shells? Yeah, we have a few. Like there's walls on Wind Valley in the center area. Some spaceship debris in fields. We're very interested in doing more because it's very cool.
All right. This was a fun stream. Thank you guys. We will probably do another one down the line, so just let us know in Discord or the comments if you enjoyed it. That kind of helps us prioritize these, especially while we're in playtest. It's fun to boot up games and play with you while we're doing this and goofing in customs and stuff. Any other thoughts, Vagar, before we split?
No, this was awesome. GG's.
GG's, dude. All right. Thanks, guys. See ya.
See ya.